All right, we're gonna go over canister position, which is spine, neutral, and engaged. And there's four main parts to it in terms of what we want you to move. First part though is making sure your head is in neutral. So Yvette's actually sits at a pretty good spot where her chin and her forehead are looking flat, straight up towards the ceiling. A lot of us will start with using a towel under the head. So if you need that, what you'll notice is when you pack your scaps, that very first step, you're gonna notice there's way less strain, less pull through here. We'll calibrate that when you're in with us, but goal is to eventually use no towels. So as you need it early on, use it. But that's kind of the position. On your back, knees bent, head supported if you need it. First step, we're gonna pack the scaps backwards. So kind of as a visual of that's pulling these guys together like this. We're not straining a ton on it so it doesn't feel like it's work, but what you'll notice is that naturally starts to arch the back up. Now our goal is to bring that down without using your abs. We're gonna have Yvette use her breath for this. So she's actually gonna breathe in through her nose. And then she's gonna exhale. First couple is almost like you're breathing through a straw. And what that does is actually activates your diaphragm, which sits up underneath your ribs, and activates your intercostal muscles, the guys that are actually between the ribs. And this allows her abs to actually stay real relaxed. Now, one thing that you can do to make sure that the ribs are coming down is use a towel under here, so that way, like when we practice in the clinic, you can feel almost like my hand underneath and maintain that pressure. So that's the key after you get the ribs down, is you want to keep them down without forcing it, without pulling here. So you want to find a comfortable breath where you can kind of keep going, but this stays in neutral. Now, two things, this is usually the hardest part for people. If bringing the ribs down, your shoulders roll forward, we got to reset. So once we stack the position, we don't want to lose that step. So she's going to go back and do that one. The other one I'm just going to have you pay attention to while she's doing that is your neck is also fair game. Like that needs to stay in neutral. So if packing your scaps, bringing the ribs down, any of those, you feel like you tuck your chin, your head goes the other way, those are conditions that we got to either treat or figure out why that's happening. So neck in neutral, shoulders back, pack scap, ribs down using the breath. Last two steps of this, what Yvette's going to do is lightly, slowly squeeze her butt cheeks. You can envision holding like a credit card in between them. So it's not hard. It's not a big one. Nothing moves, nothing tilts, or her pelvis doesn't shift when she does this. Her back doesn't arch up or flatten out. We are not trying to get the whole back completely flat on the table. If there's a natural curve here in all of us in that lumbar spine, it's okay to have a little bit of space under there. It's mainly this part that we want to get down. So again, neck neutral, shoulders back, ribs down, glute squeeze. Last one is a Kegel or pelvic floor squeeze. You're gonna pull your zipper up. Now, same thing, when she engages this, nothing is changing, nothing's shifting. Only she can feel that, I can feel it because of my hand here. This doesn't move when you engage the bottom part. Shoulders move, ribs come down, squeeze, squeeze, think like 20, 30%. So if you're just starting this and we only went to the first step or two and you're watching this, just stick with what we had you doing for now. This is eventually what we're going to put in together as the whole thing. So the other piece that we're going to go over is making sure you're comfortable with this. So early on, you're actually going to be practicing getting into this position. So for a few minutes every day, spend time getting into it every step along the way, and then you're going to hold for 10 to 20 seconds so you can appreciate what it feels like to be in that position.